Whether you're graduating from school or you're thinking about changing careers, and whether you're in the manual part of things or you're at the table involved with AI and implementation in the medical field, it's important that we are represented. So I think just think about that. If we're not at the table, then somebody else is making decisions and programming this AI
Right.
to disproportionately benefit another community and not ours. So it's so important that whether you're in the physical or on the technical side of things, that we're at that table.
Also, like you say, AI learns from existing medical data, so it's important that we're represented in that data. Skin cancer depends on melanin, so you want to make sure that there's plenty of data being inputted with melanated people and different things like that. And the young lords understood that we needed representation. Welcome to This Time Now, where the laughs are loud. From shared traumas to current poca vergüenzas, nothing's off the table.
The show blends humor, healing, and real talk with a few tears in between. It's safe and judgment free.
Here you can dream out loud. We're two cousins with a deep bond and even deeper convos, showing up with laughter, real talk,
And the kind of honesty that heals. It's familia, it's safe, and it's real. Come on, pull up a seat and pour yourself a cafecito.
You're hanging with your favorite primos. Welcome back, primos. I'm Lau.
And I'm Lo. Let's get right into it. But before we get into it, before we get into today's episode, we're going to look at 5 medical careers for you to think about if you're thinking about getting into the medical field, or you have somebody who is young, about to graduate, and is thinking about getting into the medical field. So, with that said, check it out. Oye, primo, what's up?
What's up, cuz? What you been up to?
What you been up to is the question. Let me tell you, I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting to hear
Not
your.
much.
I'm waiting to hear your nothing much, because I'm gonna call you out. I have a whole speech. I did a fake argument, not a fake argument. I had a fake conversation in getting ready, and I was like, la voy a velar. Que ella me diga que no está haciendo nada.
Mister, I don't plan my arguments. I knew he was funny.
No. I was waiting because I was getting ready for the episode, and I'm like, watch her say, I don't have nothing much to do. Go ahead, let's go.
What I've been up to. All right, so my niece graduated. Talking about careers and graduation, my baby, one of my oldest niece graduated. She didn't graduate yet. She just had her prom.
Okay.
Oh my God, my baby looks so beautiful. Did you see the pictures?
Yeah, I did.
She looked amazing. She looked so beautiful. Of course, I'm biased because that's my baby, but I was all choked up. I can't believe and it was like it was amazing. Like, she did her little photo shoot with the whole thing was dope.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it always brings me back to the duality of things, of the new reality. Like, it was such a happy, exciting moment. Like, we were super hyped, but then of course, my brother dropped off. Like, we dropped off all the way to the place. Like, he rented her a car. He let the date, drive a little bit, only towards the end, so they could make their grand entrance. And then, but we followed them right through, and then we took pictures of them going in, and then my brother starts crying, and I'm like, ah. And then we all start crying, and of course, we thinking of my mother. He's like, "Oh, mommy would have been hyped." So we were all crying there. And then she starts crying, and we're like, "Don't cry, you're gonna mess up your makeup." God. And it was it's the duality.
That was that part of the video.
Yeah,
it was like, you don't want me to cry. Yeah, okay.
She was like, "Don't cry. How you?" She tells him, "How you don't want me to cry, but you crying?" Because he's crying. He's such a You can say anything about my brother, but that one thing nobody can ever say is that he's he's a good present father. Always has been, regardless of all his other shortcomings. So yeah, they can say anything about him except that he hasn't been a present father. So we're just all tearing up. But she looked amazing, beautiful, beautiful. So that was one of the things that that I did this weekend. What else? I'm not sure if I already mentioned. No, I had mentioned that my son was going to turn 20. Mm-hmm. So my baby did turn 20. My baby did turn 20. So I'm like, oh my God. Of course, I was crying like a boo-hoo, like a pendeja over my baby turning 20. Funny thing is, last night, my son is like a homebody. He's like a gamer. Aside from school, and he's studying to be a pilot, so he's out there flying a lot for the most part, he's mostly home. You know, he'll go to the gym, he comes back home, he's game all night and sleeps most of the day type whenever he doesn't have classes. Mira, and last night se fue to the movies till like 2 a.m. The first time. Oh my God, you know, he drives and everything. So I'm like, oh, where you going? He's like, oh, no, I'm going to the movies. You know, it was just him and his cousin. I'm going to the movies, this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh, this on a Sunday? His father was like, oh, what movie theater are you going to? They're going into the city. And like, his father's like, oh, you got to be careful driving into the city, you know, with the parking and stuff.
Yeah.
Mi amor, well, let me tell you something. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Y'all going to laugh at me. Don't. I get up at 5 in the morning. Wasn't I up to 2:30 in the morning till he got home? Calladita. I wouldn't text him because, you know, I don't want to be like.
Right.
But I could not go to sleep. Like, this is his first time, like, him out late like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm just there, like, falling asleep on the couch, browsing through the TV. But I'm like, I just can't. I couldn't. Mm-mm. So, you know, there you go. That you're gonna laugh at me, I'm sure. But that's my thing that I did. Yesterday, actually, so that was that.
What else?
I don't know. What else did I do?
Think real hard. Think real long and hard about what you did.
Oh, I met up with my sister-in-law, and I hadn't met up with her in a minute. So we got together. We drank a couple of beers. I feel like I'm always talking about drinking, even though I don't hardly drink. It's the craziest thing.
It's coming. It's coming.
What? I got drunk?
Cause let me tell you something.
I'm like, what? I got drunk? And the funniest thing is I barely drink, but I feel like I'm always talking to you guys about drinking.
Let me tell you something. All right, I'm gonna put her Instagram there
so
y'all can see. Because on her Instagram, she's innocent. She's innocent. Okay, she don't do nothing. She's boring.
No, I'm gonna start posting a little more.
Se hace. Esta se hace. But you go on somebody else's page.
Oh my God.
And this one is the livest one at the table, playing Uno. Where were you? Where were you guys? And you were playing Uno.
That was actually for my sister's birthday. I talked about that. That was for my sister's birthday.
No, for your sister's birthday, you guys went to go play bingo.
Well, we did a few excursions. So we did bingo loco. I said about that we were down in the city. We did the bingo loco, and then we did the massages. And after the massages, we went to brunch. So the Uno car, that was the brunch spot. Oh, they had the dopest DJ. That was in the Bronx. They had the dopest DJ. They had like game cards. So of course we were like drinking frozen margaritas.
I was stalking somebody else. It came up, and I'm like, I don't remember her talking about this.
Yeah. That was the brunch. It was dope. It was nice.
Borracha, no te hagas la inocente.
Nunca, never inocente. But I feel like I make it seem like I'm more drunk than I usually am out here. Because I barely go out, which means
every episode is I was drinking. I was drinking.
You know what I think it is? I think what it makes it so dramatic is that I'm a lightweight. So, like, with one drink, ya yo estoy borracha. So, it's like, if I'm saying, like, I was drinking and estaba borracha, I had one drink.
I gotta get somebody else's perspective. I don't know. Because you're telling us 1 or 2 drinks. I don't know.
Oh, and then, you know what we did with my son for his birthday? He's so cute that he still wants us to do. You know, he did stuff with his cousin, and he's waiting for his friends. He's like the one still in town. All his friends are, you know, one is in Chicago. Mm-hmm. The other ones are like in, where are they? One of them actually just graduated. He's going to Boston. And the other ones, I think, are in Rhode Island. I don't know. Bottom line, his friends are spread. So he's waiting for them to come, you know, home for the summer so they can do their own thing. But, you know, he wanted for us to do something together. We ended up going to do an escape room. And it was the one that they throw the paint at you at the end.
Okay,
so there was 2 groups. It was him, his cousin, one of his good friends that just graduated, and my husband. So he's so cute because he's like, oh, no, the boys. You know, he still loves to do stuff with his dad, which I find so, you know, amazing for a 20-year-old. And then I was in a group with my nieces, my daughter, and my daughter's boyfriend. He got stuck with us. He wanted to be with the guys, but he ended up getting stuck with us. And of course, we failed like almost every
challenge.
I guess so. Or we just like, if we passed it, I think we passed like 1 or 2, and the rest of them we like failed them, but not by much. It was like by a couple of seconds, like we didn't make it. And then of course it's like, push. The pain, I had pain all in my mouth or whatever. Then we went down to the time up. That was in Brooklyn, And we went to the Time Out Market. I don't know if you've ever been there. They have like a whole bunch of little it's kind of like I call them kioscos like in Puerto Rico, but they're not really kioscos. They're just like different. You never been to the Time Out Market out in Brooklyn?
I don't think so.
Is it really dope? Like it has different, cuisines and different stuff. And, we did that after the escape room. It was nice.
I have real drunk stories with Brooklyn, so if you want those stories, let me know.
The next day we did like a family dinner, like with my brother, my sister, my daughter, and the nieces and everybody, and it was nice little quiet thing.
Okay,
but then then he went out yesterday till 2 a.m. I'm like this, falling asleep on the TV because I couldn't. My husband sound asleep. He ain't worried about him.
Yeah.
Sound asleep.
He has his license.
I wasn't trying, and I didn't text him or reached out or anything like that. But I was just, I don't know, I was worried, So I felt like I couldn't fall asleep until I was sure he was home safe.
But that's what I was talking to B on the episode when I interviewed her, because I'm like, I couldn't live with that anxiety.
It's so crazy.
It never ends.
No matter what.
And it's not that your son is bad, but it's a bad world. Right?
And so it's like, oh my God.
You have to live with
It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible this morning. Ya tú sabes. So this was last night. So we're recording today. Yo estoy muerta. But the show must go on.
What movie did he see?
They saw 2 movies back to back. They saw Obsession. Supposedly it was like a scary movie. He said it's good. I should go see it. And scary movie, the new scary movie, which apparently did really, really good in the box office. So yeah, way better. I think this is the most successful out of the franchise. I was hearing in
that's good
in the Breakfast Club this
morning. They're promoting it more, and I think it's very nostalgic for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like our age group, the millennials.
I guess because they're bringing a lot of the old movies back, right?
Yeah.
And I know Marlon was saying, like, before the movie came out, he was saying, if it does good, that he was gonna bring back White Chicks. Which is kind of controversial a little bit because
yeah.
But let's see if he follows through. That'll be interesting. Yeah. So he saw those 2 back to back. So
nothing else.
That's it, I think. Unless and I forgot because
you're drunk.
Like you lying.
You drunk.
Borrachona.
All right.
How about you? What you have been up to? ¿Qué poca vergüenza tú te has metido?
Ninguna poca vergüenza. No, ninguna. I have an update on the tea.
How's that going?
My stomach calmed down.
Okay, no more bubbling?
Got used to whatever it was doing. It was like, okay, wait. This is here for a job? You clocking in? Okay. So I've been doing good with that. I saw, like, I think one day, like, the numbers normalized, and then it just, like, went back up or whatever. I notice it's always like the middle of the day, and so this tea you have to drink it 3 times a day.
You're not doing the midday tea?
No. I'm doing the midday tea, but I notice that's when my blood pressure goes down. Like it's like normal. I'm like, oh shit, I haven't seen this. I haven't seen that number in a long time.
So you like, what do? You check yourself in the morning and at night?
I have to check my blood pressure 3 times a day, and the tea happens to be that you drink it 3 times a day, and so I guess it's like. If you're drinking it every 4 hours, you're not giving your body a break. It's like doing what it's supposed to do. That's just my theory. I don't know. I'm making an assumption. Like if I'm drinking this 4 times a day, 3 times a day, then it's like every 4 hours or whatever.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I have to monitor that. Are
you tolerating it more? Because I know you said it tasted nasty.
So what I was like. Damn, there has to be like a better way to like take this in, right? No, not sweeten it because I don't want to add anything to it, not to mess it up, right? And so I'm like, let me try something, and you want to know what worked?
What? You're so stupid.
The whole time, jugging it down like this, and I guess the sensory allows me. Yeah, it allows me to like. I was able to go up and down with no problems at all.
Anything that you cover your nose, obviamente. That's why we tell the kids to cover their nose when they're drinking medicine.
I'm like, oh shit, I feel like I'm 7 years old.
I can't with you. No way.
And from there, I was like, okay, we're taking it down like this, I guess.
Now with your nose covered.
With my nose covered.
I can't with
my nose covered, I promise you.
I can't go donde nene chiquito.
Yeah, finally, I said this in the last episode, like the weather we finally broke, and so finally I put all the sweaters away.
Oh my God,
all
I gotta
the hoodies.
do that.
I left one jacket at work. Because in the office they be trying
cold.
to freeze. They be trying to freeze everybody. So I left that there. Because I work 1 week from home, 1 week, even though I need to be like working on an island somewhere.
I wish.
That's the ultimate.
Oh my God, my friend, she sometimes does that. She works from home. She does like you too. Sometimes she has to go into the office. But there's sometimes that she's like, they have like an apartment in condo in DR.
Yeah.
And my girl has gone and been working from her beach condo in DR, como si nada. I'm like, la vida.
Yeah. And that's it. Listen, I went downtown. This is my suggestion to everybody, because I was recently talking to somebody and they're like, oh, like it's the weekend, I don't have anything to do, but I don't want to go outside and spend money. Like you leave the house and it's already like $40 is gone. I'm like, yo, don't let that stop you.
Yeah.
Right now, I can only reference New York because that's where we're at. But if you got your hair cut, if you got your hair cut on Friday night or your hair done and you don't have nothing to do, like you're always going to have to clean the house. Like don't let that be your reason to stay stuck. We know summer.
Deja la puya, because every time like, you was just calling me and I was cleaning instead of going outside.
Yeah,
you was like, it's such a nice weather.
I was sitting, what was I doing? I was on the Hudson River. I was sitting down, letting the sun hit me. I sound like an alcoholic too. But I had my little pre-mixed drink, and I was sitting there and just letting the sun hit me because we're in all winter. Mm-hmm. You're
right.
gonna end up stuck in the house all summer because there's always things to do, and like to sit down there on the Hudson River, anywhere on the piers, it's free to do that. Yeah. Just let the sun hit you. There's places where you can lay out. You take yourself a little blanket. I'm more of like sit down. I can't like. Unless I'm with a lot of people, and most times I'm alone. Almost all the time I'm alone. I'm good with that. Mm-hmm. And I like eating alone. So yeah, I like eating and drinking alone. I don't like conversations. Like I do, but like whatever. That's a whole nother thing. What else did I do? Yeah, because I felt like Summer was fighting like 13 rounds to get in here.
I know, it was crazy.
And look, the temperature, it was beautiful yesterday, and the temperature today is like everybody had on hoodies
Chilly
again. And
no, es que las otras noches, the rain.
A hurricane.
That was
a hurricane.
crazy.
And then like the Knicks, I'm not into sports, but the Knicks are winning right now, and then Trump is coming into town.
That's today. So ya tú sabes, there's no walking down there. They're saying there's no, like, the watch parties are all shut down. It's a whole mess. I'm like, nene, ¿pa' qué? Stay over there. Stay over there in the White House. What you doing over here? De presentado.
De parecerse que es de New York.
Oh, because I'm a fan. ¿Desde cuándo? When you been a fan?
Be a fan from a distance, bro.
This is a crazy week for New York, though. Like, we have, today's the third game, right?
I don't
Game
know,
3. I don't know too much, but
sports questions.
My brother, my husband and my son watch it at home. So I think it's game 3 if I remember. My brother also been doing the watch parties outside on the block. They have another one today. So I think it's game 3, and I think at work they were saying that if they win today, it's pretty much like a clean sweep because they've won 2 in a row and a 3. Anyway, whatever. So anyway, the point was that we have the Knicks playing today. We have the World Cup starting on
next
Thursday.
Week, yeah.
No, that was this week, Thursday. And then of course this is Puerto Rican weekend. Saturday the festival, Sunday the parade. So this is a week for New York.
Yes. I don't know why I had graduation celebration on there.
The mixer, Sin's thing.
Oh, I'm like, I don't know what I was doing. Let me tell you something about her. I'm going to pick on her today. Because so here's the thing. I have to, being that we're actually related, I have to ask her, what event is she going to? Because when she shows up at an event.
Especially since we're partners now, they're always asking for the other one.
Yeah, but it's not just that, is that I have to make up in my head, I have to get ready for what I'm not going to be able to talk about because we have stuff to talk about on the show.
For the show.
So I either have to sit away from her, which is not going to happen because we're always around each other, you know, like as cousins and as family.
You want to experience it separate so that we could talk about it, even though we were at the same event, basically.
Right, and people are going to ask us like what's going on and things like that. And so that's why I have to get ready. Pero esta says, oh, I'm not going y aparece. Y aparece. But you didn't go. You didn't go.
I didn't go to that one. I was planning to go, but then when I saw the rain.
Yeah, a hurricane came through New York.
I was like, oh, no, the crazy thing is I drive. So then he makes me feel like crap because then I drive. And he does it, and he made it, and I didn't. So it makes me feel like.
And again, we're gonna go back to what I said in the last episode.
Like, I don't communicate.
I don't communicate very well, but I hit her up. I'll show up. That's A. And I hit her up that day. I was like before I left the house because of the rain. Yeah, I was like, hey, I typed YOUR. And she's an educator. And I don't pay attention when I said to most people. And I immediately corrected. I spelled it the right way. I was like, wait, because she's going to be like, this motherfucker has a podcast, so he can't spell. I'm like, no. And she's a big-time educator. So I was like, no, let me correct this. Because at the time.
Not and
then, right. And so then she hit me up. Like when I was getting off the train, and I was like, "No, that better be. We're here waiting for you now, or it's canceled." Because I was like, "I'm gonna go have dinner. I'm gonna go have dinner by myself and drink by myself. I'm okay with that."
In upstate in West Bubblefuck, because she lives far from us.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh hell no! Don't let it be that."
So tell me about it. Since I missed it, who was there?
No, it was good. It was good. A few people not enough people on our side showed up.
I know.
So I showed up. So it shows you who the last episode, what were we talking? I'm that cousin.
So you shouldn't be getting kicked out the group chat just because you don't communicate.
I'm that cousin that shows up. I don't communicate, but I show. See where? And now if I'm not gonna show up, I'm gonna let you know. No. So invite me, because I show up. I show up. That's it. A few of us showed up. The people who live the farthest away showed up. Y los que estaban cerca no aparecieron. Shame on you guys.
How was it?
It was good. It was good. I don't want to talk bad about the business, but there was
that's what I was asking. Was it in her house or was it in a location?
No. It was in a location.
Because originally she had a pool party planned, and apparently the pool collapsed.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I'm like, thank God. So she had to cancel that. I'm like, thank God. Imagine the pool would have collapsed with us in it. That would have been crazy.
So the place that we went to, like the staff wasn't as aware. Like they were real like tonto-ish, and
maybe the area. Or no, you just think it was just the establishment.
No, and this is a business that used to be very well established in the Bronx.
You're gonna have to tell me. You're gonna have to tell me the name off camera.
I'm gonna tell you off camera.
I think I.
Hey, we don't do that. We don't shame businesses around here. We leave it as it is. We just never go back.
No, we give them second chances, remember? We give them second chances.
I don't know. The drinks were expensive too.
Really?
I haven't gone out. I'm a pre-game.
That's why I was gonna say that's why I pre-game.
Yeah.
Because I'm such a lightweight que yo me doy un medio traguito en casa and a half a drink there and I'm done for the night.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I was prepared. Like we were going out. So, but I was like, when I saw the prices, I was like, oh shit, like.
I go shit.
Yeah, I haven't been out in a minute. Okay, yeah, I had here that I was gonna talk shit about you, which I did. Oh my God! Speaking about going out and eating.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna actually shout out this place. I went to Sentir. So I'm gonna say it in Spanish because I think it is in Spanish. Sentil Vegan Mexican Restaurant.
Ooh.
These people get a 10 out of 10.
And
I'm gonna try to.
Me? Where?
No.
In the
It's on 19th Street between
in the city?
6th and 5th Avenue.
Nice. Good.
Yo.
Really?
The food, the drink. Excuse me.
Amazing.
10 out of 10.
I like that. And is it full vegan? Because Mexicans have a lot of vegan options. If you're vegan and you don't know where to eat, Mexican is always a good choice. They usually got really good.
They did egg Benedict. like if it was yolk coming out of it.
What? Ay,
Like,
pero eso no es mexicano.
yo,
Es Benedict is not Mexican.
hicieron un tres leche.
Oh, I could just imagine. You
Like-
saw the video I sent you? I'm dying to go to that place.
Tres leche, like,
Oh my God.
tasted just like a real cake. I was
Oh,
like,
you gotta send me the address so I can go.
the lady kept on checking on me. I was like, yo, you're gonna have to get me a pillow in a second. Y me voy a acostar aquí mismo. Cause yo, it was so good. The food was
Eggs
mad.
Benedict.
Like from all the, and you really can't mess up guac. The guac had, oh man, yo.
Guac is
mad
always
good.
vegan though. Guac is
Yeah, no. But
it was just delicious.
Good. It was good. They had like this chicharrón. But
Chicharrón, vegan chicharrón.
Like, yo,
I gotta go.
Yo.
I gotta go. I remember Kate took me to some vegan spot when I was still vegan, and we had tuna, but it was made out of watermelon. So amazing. So I definitely gotta try out this spot because I still eat a lot of vegan food, even though I'm not vegan anymore. I love vegan food.
I will definitely be going back to Sentil vegan Mexican.
All right,
restaurant.
I'm going with you when you go back.
Yeah.
And then we have another one to go try, and if we like it, the one I sent you the video with the oxtail.
Oh yes.
We gotta try that one too.
Yes. All right, and that's pretty much it.
That's it. That's all you got. All right, guys, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.
If you like the video, good job. And you didn't have it posted anywhere.
It comes natural now. It comes natural. Ay, qué rico. Oh, mira. Un chicharrón. You gotta put that picture when you put it so they can.
Did you know that there was a Bronx hospital nicknamed the Butcher Shop? Because patients who entered were likely to never exit. Native New Yorker hats now available. Check the link in my bio. In the 1960s, Lincoln Hospital earned that name. High mortality rates, medical malpractice, blood-stained walls, lead paint, rodents, largely because the hospital served the poor Black and Puerto Rican community. Around this time, the Young Lords, a street gang turned civil rights organization led by a young Puerto Rican named Jose Chacha Jimenez, formed in Chicago. Their New York chapter was known for bold action, blocking streets with burning trash when the city wouldn't collect it, and hijacking a mobile x-ray truck to test people for tuberculosis. But when protests didn't fix Lincoln Hospital, the Young Lords responded with action. On July 14, 1970, the Young Lords took it over. They barricaded themselves inside, raised a Puerto Rican flag on a roof, and hung banners that read, "Bienvenido al Hospital del Pueblo," welcome to the People's Hospital. Police surrounded the building but couldn't get in. A 12-hour standoff followed while the group forced city officials to negotiate. Then, just before police raided, they slipped out, disguised as doctors and nurses, and walked right past police cars. Not long after, a young mother named Carmen Rodriguez passed away due to malpractice at the hospital, adding fuel to the outrage. And the pressure worked. The city eventually shut the butcher shop down, and a new facility was opened in 1976. Now, no one knows how many lives that takeover ultimately saved, but it changed healthcare in this country forever, ultimately leading to the Patient Bill of Rights, making life a little better for future generations of Native New Yorkers. Native New Yorker hats now available. Check the link in my bio. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at @FromTheRecord_.
Wow.
I love that. I love that. So shout out to, we have the Puerto Rican Day Parade happening in New York this Sunday. And so it really, I just wanted to touch on, the Young Lords understood something that's still true today. If our communities aren't represented, our needs can be missed. As healthcare enters the age of AI, representation matters more than ever. So, I want to play a little game with you before we get into the heavy stuff.
Okay.
That is Sancocho. And so, post-COVID, there were 5 careers, right? There were 5 specialties that blew up past the pandemic. And what do you believe were the 5?
Healthcare nurses. They blew up.
Yeah, so they're specialties. So you could say nurses were actually not one of them because nurses sort of fall in the majority of these. So they have labels. So, okay, nurses is not it, but go ahead. even though we appreciate them and we love them.
Healthcare? No.
No.
Bus
so
drivers?
Think more medical.
Oh, medical.
Yeah.
Radiology?
Okay, radiology is number 2.
Radiology. PAs? Physician assistants? No. Sonographers? That's radiology?
No. Yeah, so that falls into radiology.
I know it does, but I'm what are you grabbing for straws? It's all in the healthcare?
It's healthcare, and some of them are specialties and some of them are general. So we have radiology, that's number 2.
So radiology is number 2. Primary care?
Primary care is number 3.
ER special, anything with the ER specialties? No. Pulmonary?
Nope.
Cardiologist?
Nope.
Transport?
Nope.
I don't know. I give up.
Number 4 was geriatrics.
Oh, okay.
Number 5 was oncology, even though it had a steady growth rather than a sudden surge.
Okay.
So everything prior to that was a sudden surge after COVID, right? We're talking post-COVID.
That's interesting.
So number 1 was psychiatry.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Right.
So that's the only one that makes sense. Well, that and radiology, because radiology, we were like in the forefront right after the nurses. And but geriatrics, I'm kind of surprised because geriatrics has always been something that everybody runs from. Whether you're tech or a nurse, everybody kind of like runs from the geriatric field.
Yeah, so it stood very steady during the pandemic and post-pandemic. So if those are careers that you've never thought about, look into that. And the reason I wanted to bring this to light is because public officials, health officials are stating that it's not a matter of if another pandemic is going to happen. It's when it's going to happen,
okay.
Right? And so these are a few things that are not pandemics, so they can't turn into pandemics. But we have the avian influenza that they're monitoring. They have new influenza strains, coronavirus.
I was hit with the flu more than I've ever been this year. This year's flu was crazy.
Yeah, they have the coronaviruses circulating in animals and population. They have drug-resistant bacterial infections and emerging viruses such as the Napa virus infections. And so the claim is that most of these do not become pandemics, but they are watched because they have characteristics that could potentially allow widespread transmission. And so if you're thinking about getting into the field and, I don't know what I want to get into, this is something to look at. So that's a little gem for you. And I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and I forgot if it was a doctor or if it was somebody just in the medical field with me. And we were saying that GPs, so general practitioners, nobody's going to school anymore for that.
Really?
Yeah, like they're going and then they're going to immediately go into some form of specialty.
I think it comes down to the monetary because,
Right.
And I think that if I read correctly recently, they're planning to there was a scholarship given to the medical school in the Bronx, Einstein Medical School.
Monroe College, yeah.
Yeah, and in the actual Einstein Medical School, there was a scholarship giving, like someone passed away and gave them like a big
that was to all the students.
Big amount of money to and then the hope was that not having to have that debt would have more people going to general practitioner, because that's usually the guiding force of, because they're in so much debt during medical school and everything that transpires, they go into these specialties because they know they're going to make more money. Yeah, it's easier to pay off all this debt. So the hope for that particular, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I just read that article recently. The hope was with that gift that the lady left when she passed is that, more people go into general practitioners because they don't have to worry about the debt.
Right. And so for those that are watching and don't know what general practitioners, that's your regular medical doctor. I don't want to say regular medical. It's the regular medical doctor that sends you to everybody else.
Your primary.
To send you to every other specialist. That's what, everybody is doing right now.
It could be like a family doctor or just, general practitioner either way.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So, given that we are talking a little bit, well, we're delving into AI and the healthcare industry because this is where we're at right now. Have you noticed AI showing up in your work?
Oh yeah, big time. So I started right now. I'm a CAT scan tech, but I did mammal for years. So I initially saw it in mammal. We have this program called CAD, and it's like an assistant to the radiologist, right? So it doesn't what do you mean, like diagnose or for the radiologist, but it was like a second pair of eyes, right? So it's like you take a picture of the breast of the mammal, and then they run it through the CAD sees any discrepancies, any calcifications, any masses. It'll highlight it for the radiologist, and then the radiologist will look for, sometimes it's nothing, sometimes it's just the machine's a little sensitive, so sometimes, and then sometimes if the radiologist is not sure, he'll follow up and work them up further, where there's diagnostic mammograms and stuff like that. And also now in CT, the same thing. So we're starting to see. My machine specifically is super cool. I have a new machine, and it there's a camera above the patient, and it sees the patient, and then I just tap where, like, let's say I'm doing a chest or I'm doing an abdomen, I just tap the area and it'll position it on its own. So it's just like you hit the button and it'll put the patient in. When before you had to manually put it in. I can still do that. Sometimes I still do that because just out of habit. I'm old. I'm one of them old school techs, so sometimes I like to do it old school. But especially when you're trying to make the workflow go a little faster, you just hit a little button, doop, patient goes right in, and and it's 99% accurate. Rarely do you have to like adjust, like it missed, because like the camera's above and it sees and it censors it. So it's like a smart camera. It's pretty good. And then also they have similar softwares with the radiologists where now their AI is able to detect strokes, help the radiologist detect strokes and cancers and emergencies fast.
What do patients think when they hear AI is involved? Are the patients aware that AI is involved?
Not a lot, right? So I don't think it's the AI conversation has gotten out there in the populace. It's more internal right now.
Okay.
So very few, but the few that do know about it, I think they fear like, oh, there's no more doctors or techs, and the computers are the ones, diagnosing and things. But no, it's just like assisted. It's an assistance to the tech. It's an assistance to the radiologist. A machine, AI and a machine can scan, but they can't deal with They can't sympathize with a patient, right?
Okay.
So you can't. A machine can't calm a person that's claustrophobic, a person that is afraid of contrast, a person that might have an allergic reaction to contrast. So the fear of AI taking over the healthcare field, I don't see it. I know that that's like out there, that people are afraid that. I don't see that happening. I think it'll just make our workflows go smoother and faster, and it'll really help us on our end a lot.
Okay. Has AI changed the skills a technologist needs?
I don't think so, because I think, like I said, it's very hands-on. So right now, especially where we're at the beginning stages of it, it's just a tool. Like it's not even something that most technologists or most people are even aware of, right? It's just like kind of like built into the systems, into the softwares. So I think the skills are still, the basic skills that every tech needs, and I don't see that changing too much, though. I do think that the technologies that will advance moving forward would be those that are willing to ride that out, learn these new technologies and not kind of fight it, or get stuck in their ways. And just the more you learn and with the new technologies and the advancements, the better. I think it'll move you forward in your career, but I think it'll also help the field grow if there's not so much resistance.
Okay. Do you see AI as a help or a threat? You personally?
No, I personally see it as a help, and like I said, I really don't see it as a threat to. I know there's a lot of things about the threats to other careers, but I think for healthcare per se, it's because healthcare is a very hands-on. A patient is going to need a sympathetic person, right? The machine can scan, right? So the AI implementing in the machines, it'll make the scans faster, better. more enhanced, that's beautiful. But at the end of the day, a patient needs a personal touch. They're gonna need a person's sympathy and somebody to calm them down. Somebody, if they have a reaction, that's something that they need. So I don't see it. I don't see it as a threat for us technologists. No time in the near future. Who knows, 50, 60 years from now, that might be a different story, but I won't be around for that. But I don't really see it as a threat for us.
If you could have AI help with one part of your job tomorrow, what would you want it to do? Something that it's currently not doing right now.
Something that is currently not doing right now. Oh, that one took me for a loop. Let me see. I'm telling you, mine is already positioning itself, so that's pretty dope.
Calm the patient down.
Which is hard because I don't, it's hard. I'm a patient when I'm also a patient as a tech, and I'm very claustrophobic. So if I was to hear a machine, I don't care how a tech can't calm me down. I have to be put to sleep. I'm one of those patients. I know there's a few of y'all out there. I'm the type that if I'm going to do, especially an MRI, I got to be put to sleep.
I go to sleep.
I have to be put to sleep with medication.
They actually have to talk to me and be like, I need you to stay up.
No.
Yeah, because when I sleep, I like my leg jerks a little bit.
No,
yeah.
I freak out. So, you still need that. So I don't know. You caught me for a loop. I don't know what I could do.
So while you think about that question, you recently started studying MRI, right? What made you want to take on MRI?
It's just for me per se. Like I have a few licenses. Like I'm an X-ray tech, which is my base. I haven't done X-rays in a while, but that's my base. I'm an X-ray tech. Then I did mammography for 20-something years. I also do CT. Now I'm doing CT full time, and it's like that's the next step. That's something I don't have. And it's not necessarily it's funny because I had my CT license for years before I transition over. So for me, it's just something else to have in my pocket. You never know. It's good to have that versatility to go both places. But I like both of them just the same. They both pay well. If we're talking about pay, either one is good.
Yeah.
So it's just something extra for me to have. Like I have all these other certificates. I just wanted to have one more in my pocket.
And if you could give any advice to somebody who's just about to get into CT and specifically mammogram, X-ray and mammogram and probably CT, what advice would you give them? One piece of advice. They're just fresh out of school and they're about to go in. What would you say to them?
The one thing I like about for mammography, I would say for X-ray techs, for the female X-ray techs, is that's the one field that we're not really competing for jobs with the guys. So that's I personally think that any female tech that's a good idea to have, because there's jobs out there, and there's jobs out there in all the fields, but that's one that you're not competing for jobs. It's just the females. I particularly love mammo. I love the intimacy of my patients and the rapport, and actually knowing that you're detecting breast cancer. So I love that. So that's what I would recommend for the females. And for anybody else, I definitely say get your training, go into a job where you can cross train in all the modalities. They're good. It's a good field. For the most part, it's usually just 2 years. Now they even have online school that does in 18 months. That didn't exist back when I was in school. I'm trying to convince my niece to go into radiology because they pay good money. For a 2-year degree, it's excellent money. So how about you because you're also in the healthcare field? Have you noticed any AI implementations in your, because you're more in the administrative side of it. I'm the technical side. You've always been in the administrative side of it. I don't know if you want to say exactly what you do or just say how AI.
So I do.
How have you seen AI implemented in your side of it?
Yeah, so I do more of office management and more at admin stuff for radiology, and I'm actually surprised that AI is not more involved on our side. And what I realize is that a lot of the patients they still don't know if they're coming and going. And so when you made that comment earlier about you don't know if it's going to be phased out and it's going to be completely robots, this is just me thinking in my head. I think that it needs to be we're the last generation. we're the generation that needs to be like in retirement age, and because we're so agile, and remember we were the first generation with not the computer but that adjusted really quickly to the computer. So if you're thinking about, and I'm not age shaming or anything like that, but you're thinking about like boomers and things like that, that age group, once that age group is out the way, then we're going to be more susceptible to, oh, everything is being operated by a computer at
Automated.
this point. Yeah.
So you think on the administrative side, there's a
think-
possibility of AI really more taking over on that on the administrative
I
side?
think we're gonna reach the level of computer, what we're all afraid of computers completely taking over and doing everything from the beginning to end, even the manual stuff.
Really?
I think
You think so?
think the technology is already out there, but I think the world is not ready for it. And there's still, there's still privacy laws and all
Right.
of that stuff that we still have to,
Right.
AI still has to figure out. And so that's why I don't think that we're there yet. I think the technology is already there. But if it's going to happen in our lifetime, it's going to be with the millennials. The millennials as the last group ready to go out. And I
But-
know that sounds really dark, but
But you think it's gonna, like, you think healthcare is also susceptible? Because I know there's a lot of fields out there that are gonna pretty much be erased, right? That's the common, everybody knows that. But do you think you feel like healthcare is gonna be in that?
I think healthcare is gonna shift there, and
Even manual size, like the nurses and the techs, and you really believe that they're,
Yeah.
you think a
Yeah.
patient is going to actually allow a straight up
but
AI
again,
robot to,
But that's what I'm saying. We're looking at it now like this because we have the older generation that we're still dealing with on an everyday
right?
basis.
That's why I said I don't know what's going to happen in 60, 100 years from now, but I don't see it happening. But you're saying that we'll be the last ones to deal with that scare. Like the new generation that is born, they're gonna grow up with that, so they're not gonna be scared of
Right,
AI. They're not gonna be afraid.
We're agile, and we accept things more because we are that generation, right? And so if it's gonna happen in our lifetime, it's gonna happen once everybody else out, and the millennials are the last group. We're the last older patients. Okay. If a robot is giving us instructions, lay down, and you know what I'm saying? If there's an automatic wheelchair that's going to take us to the table, without...
Well, but that's what I mean. Those are assists. Like, I think that we're going to see, and I think that's going to be a help for us. That those are an assist. Like, right now, my machine talks to my patient. Taking a deep breath, hold it.
So that's what
breathe
I'm
out.
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I'll have to keep an eye on them, make sure they're doing it, but the machine is saying that. So but I consider those like assists to us, right? It's not
Right.
something that is taking over because I still have to manually be there. I still have to manually, be in the patient. So you're saying that before you know it, even the assist.
Even the assist, yeah. Even what you're currently doing, how many monitors can we have, and one person is doing that from a far away, so that starts eliminating. Then once they perfect
it's
that,
funny you say that because where the job where I was working previously, they used to do what was remote MRI. So they used to have like a tech aid, position the patients, put the patients on the table. Obviously not with injection or anything like that, because whenever there's any risk of allergies and stuff like that, then you have to have a certified technologist, and you have on site, and you have to have a radiologist and nurses and stuff like that. But they would do, like, I guess, non-contrast studies, and they would have the tech aid position the patient. They would train them how to do that, and then they had someone like remotely do the exam, and he's probably running like 2 or 3 MRI machines
Right,
from one
and
location.
so just
but it's
seeing-
still a tech doing it, and it's still a tech aid.
right? But how much longer, right? Until they perfect it, and So I believe that if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. We're the last generation going out, and then the next generation is just gonna accept it for what it is. So I do believe that.
Oh no, I think with radiology and is a little different because we're dealing like with radiation and stuff like that. So that's a little bit more, But we'll see. It's interesting. Well, we won't see if we go by what you say, but the future generation will see where it goes. Let us know what you guys think about where this, AI is going in AI. How about scheduling and stuff like that? Have you noticed? And nothing, no implementation of AI?
I think that's the challenge again, is that the patients don't know if they're coming and going, and so.
What do you mean by that? They don't know if they're coming or going.
Like with most older patients, the doctor sent me. It's like,
So an AI at this point, the way the AI is set up, they can't
what you said,
navigate that
can't
yet.
navigate that,
Right?
yeah.
It can't navigate
Yeah.
that scenario yet.
Yeah.
But once they reach the point that it can navigate that, then it'll be easier to.
Right, you have translation, you have glasses that can translate. So
I know. I just bought some earbuds that translate on your app, so I can't wait to go do my pedicure because I'm gonna go to the Chinitas and I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna see if if they really talk about us when we get our feet.
yeah, so I feel like we're there, but we're not quite there yet, and the technology is already there.
Because it's just starting. So you think once they like really perfect it, it'll be. I personally think that the admin will probably be easier for AI to really kind of like, because right now you call the bank, you call whoever, and then you're speaking to AI. Very rare at the end.
Yeah.
If you the AI really can't handle your problems, then they'll switch you over to a live person, right?
Right.
But for the most part, you're speaking to a machine. So I think those admin jobs are going to be a little bit easier to kind of replace. I don't want to say it like that, but they'll be a little bit easier to replace. And then I think the more manual jobs will be like at the end of the row. I think those jobs will be like the last ones to go.
Yeah. I totally 100%
Yeah.
agree. Like we're gonna see it. I believe we're gonna see it in our lifetime. That's
think
just me
so?
going
Yeah.
down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
And then if we ever have that conversation later on, I don't know if you want to go, how deep you want to go into that, because then that leads into like what's going to happen to the rest of us if, so I don't know if you want to have those kind of conversations. Like, how do you feel? What does that do to the rest of us when the machines take over?
No, I believe, listen, and we're not going to go there, but I believe that we all should be assigned the robot that does our job, and we should all be on vacation. And we collect the check.
Hey, qué lindo.
We collect the check. And we collect the check.
our
We're all
robot.
on a beach. Yeah, we're on a beach. We're enjoying
The whole point of them making these robots and AIs so they don't have to pay the checks,
while we
buddy.
exist, we get one, and then when you can't go on vacation when your robot breaks down
Now
and
let's-
it needs maintenance, so you got to stay home until it gets maintenance. That comes out of your check. That comes out of your check. Oh, don't make me president. Don't make me president.
Now let me ask you, just like devil's advocate, do you think that it'll be, because a lot of people's fear is Skynet and the Terminator movies? Do you feel like that's gonna be the end all? Or do you think that's all hype and this is gonna be similar to the .com era and when we first got the internet? It was so much scare around it, and then
let me tell
it
you
just became
something.
dead alive. Or do you think it is like a doom and gloom situation?
Let me tell you something. Especially millennials, we are so exhausted. We're so exhausted with events happening that it doesn't. I think we don't even care. Like they try to put out all this aliens and all that, and that's a whole nother subject. Hold on, that's a whole nother subject. So now, we weren't phased by that. We're like, let's move on. Oh, this is doom. Everybody's like, let's just go. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up already. Let's wrap this up already because
you're
we're
like,
tired.
if it's
We're
doom and gloom, then let's get it over with.
Like if you're gonna sit at home, and you're gonna go down this, oh, the government is doing this and that. I don't care. Oh, the phones are listening. I don't care. I'm just like so exhausted. Like I don't care anymore. It's not that I don't care about life. Like I don't wanna, unalive myself. And I'm just exhausted. I'm just exhausted with everything. I'm exhausted with events. I just want somebody to come here, stay here. If it's global warming, ya, me no me importa. Like, I don't care anymore. Ya, estoy cansado. But yeah.
So it's like,
You don't want to have that conversation with me.
No, we do.
You don't want to have that conversation
and we do,
with
and
me.
we're gonna have that conversation. That'll be a super. I want to have the alien conversation. I definitely want to do the doom and gloom conversation. But it's funny that you say that because I feel that that's true. It's like everything that comes out, people are like, okay, next. Nobody's like really like paying attention to anything. It's like nobody cares about anything that's going on. It's like, are we so desensitized that we just don't? Or is it like really, like you say, everybody's just tired?
Tired, exhausted. That's it. We've had enough.
What do you guys think? Is it really just we're just desensitized with all the drama that we just don't like? Whatever. Next. Like we either don't believe anything or we just, like you say, don't care. One of the two. I don't know which one it is. You guys tell me which one is it. And you said you haven't seen any of the AI implemented in your current roles right now.
I know this AI where I'm working at. It's not happening as much. I'm not seeing involvement. I'm not at that table. any longer, because with this role I decided to take a lesser role to focus on other things. So I'm just not, I don't know what's happening in the background.
Right.
But I'm not seeing it.
You're not seeing
and I'm okay
it.
with that. I'm okay with that right now.
But I'm wondering, because I know you work from home. How does that work? Is there like any AI implementation in that setup? How are you able to work from home? I mean, obviously, I'm talking from jealousy because I wish I can work from home. So I don't have no idea how people just do anything from their houses. Especially, how do you work for a hospital and you home? Sign me up, please. Tell me how to do it, please.
No. With my role, you could do it. With my role, you could do it from anywhere, which is I'm grateful for that. But yeah, it doesn't require any AI. No.
Okay.
All right.
Any
closing notes?
Any closing notes?
No. So again, whether you're graduating from school or you're thinking about changing careers, and whether you're in the manual part of things or you're at the table involved with AI and implementation in the medical field, it's important that we are represented. So, I think just think about that. If we're not at the table, then somebody else is making decisions and programming this AI to, disproportionately, benefit another community and not ours. So it's so important that whether you're in the physical or on the technical side of things, that we're at that table. So that's exactly why I wanted to bring this conversation to light. So that's my closing note. Any for you?
Yeah, well, for me, I one of the things I say is that technology should support humanity, not replace it, and that's where I feel it's going. I don't know. That's just me. Also, like you say, AI learns from existing medical data, so it's important that we're represented in that data, and that that the AI, that the machines are learning from our people as well, right? So whether it's skin cancer depends on melanin, so you want to make sure that there's plenty of data being inputted with melanated people and different things like that. And the young lords understood that we needed representation. So I just hope and hope that the right people are representing us there, so that we're not that the machines don't misrepresent us later on and don't misdiagnose and stuff like that. So representation is the key, because AI works on data, so it's very important.
All right, and on that note, thank you so much for watching. Tune into the next episode as we're going to talk about Rita Moreno.
Woo woo. All right.